What is wrong with your officer? He loves his job.
I'm telling you, I gotta
Why
get
do you
some
have
new
a
shoes.
Why do you have a gun out?
Alright, sir. We're taking you over to the courthouse right now. You get your court hearing.
Hell yeah, man.
I mean, I could have walked. You don't have to pick me up. Kind of hurts.
Well, at this time, sir, you're a Code 5 suspect, so we gotta take all precautions.
Code 5, what does that mean?
Can you
You're
give
a
a message
hostile
of what a
subject.
Jeez, I
Damn,
feel
dude.
like a terrorist.
Oh, now there are my boys right there.
Hey man, nice tux.
Yeah, you real cute.
Don't know about
All
the shades
boys don't move.
indoors.
No.
Yeah, can I sit down? I
Can I
want to
call
sit
my
down.
lawyer?
Yes, sir. If you can
Did I show
just
up
give
on
us
the
the
wrong
information on your lawyer, we'll get you your lawyer here in a minute. Can you give me your lawyer's name?
I don't have one. I'm gonna represent myself.
Alright, 10-4 on that. You, sir. Is there
Guess
anyone
I
you would like to
represent
call at this
myself.
time?
No.
Okay.
I mean, who am I gonna call? Ooh.
When you need to call the Ghostbusters when there's something strange in the neighborhood.
Hold on 1 second, sir. Them cuffs like to slip off sometimes.
Yeah, I figured, but I'm not a bad person.
He's
around.
bad. He's bad. Don't let him trust. He
Alright,
doesn't
sir.
flush.
Only on the weekends I don't.
Alright, everybody, be seated. The court is now in session. Let the judge talk.
Okay, first case up is would be Opie Winston.
Hell yeah, that's me. I won. I'm first. Easy. What am I being charged with?
Versus versus the state. Okay, Opie Winston, how do you plead in this case?
I don't know what you haven't said the fucking charges. I have no idea. I mean, are you saying? Is he saying the charges? I can't hear him.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
All right.
think
It would be okay. Okay, charges were assault on an officer and attempt to murder on an officer. Conspiracy of attempt to murder.
An assault on an officer is guilty. Attempted murder is BS.
If you assaulted him, wouldn't that mean you're trying to harm him?
No, because I fucking punched in the face is trying to kill somebody. Are you dumb?
I'm pretty sure it happened more than once. I mean, I
Man, you should get a shirt also. I don't know what's going on there. Just looks like you got a triangle, like Iron Man.
Okay, when the
Personal
judge
logo.
asks you a question, then you can talk. If he's not asking you a question, then shut up.
I mean, who's that across?
Alright, Mr. Winston, go ahead and calm that down for me. Just let the judge speak. Just do not speak unless you are spoken to.
if the judge
Okay,
knew how to speak,
is there
maybe
any like proof that he? Hold on a second.
Sure thing. You take your time. They got a fucking solid case here. Fuck.
anytime now. I would like to get my case over with too.
Shut the fuck up. You're not spoken to. Okay.
I was speaking to you.
This is the God's house. Oh God.
Courthouse, sir.
Alright, at this time, we're gonna be going on break. The judge has to go away. We're gonna be calling in a different judge. We do
Oh my
apologize for
God.
this inconvenience.
Oh, okay.
Lunch break.
So
Never fucking
if
smoke
I can get a couple units to watch these guys.
Oh, you guys gonna
Wanna,
watch it?
like,
Oh, I
just
thought
chill
I
in
was
here?
gonna get transferred back. Sure
Just
thing.
lock
I'm
the
gonna.
doors. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, run around and go stab a cop?
Pretty funny how both
You need
y'all
to go
jumped
sit
up in
down
cuffs. That's
and
weird.
shut your mouth.
Jump what? Yeah, I do have
None
legs.
of my business.
I do have legs. I can't get up. Is that
Yes,
guy
sir.
behind
Right
us
here.
just not having a shirt on? It's like a fucking triangle for his
I don't
chest.
know. I don't know, but your chest. Go put a shirt on. It's some weird.
Sir, you want to go ahead
witchery.
and sit down, or you want to stop
Yeah, how
bothering
about
him
you go
about
ahead
a
and sit
shirt?
down?
We're gonna Do you plead
Okay,
anything?
Court is now in session. The case, we have two cases today, Mr. Opie Winston
what?
versus State and Mr. Cam King against State. Mr. Opie Winston, we'll go ahead and go with you first. You are pressed with charges, conspiracy of attempted murder on an officer and assault on an officer. How do you plead?
Guilty on one and not guilty on the other.
Okay. Do we have any witnesses or defendants against a Mr. Opie Winston right now?
Well, my friend.
I'm the officer that he assaulted.
I'm
Okay.
actually a witness as well.
All right. Officer standing closest to me, go ahead and present your case.
Okay, I was on scene of. Okay, I went to stop this man right here he was speeding on his bike. He took off from me on the bike. Then he eventually came back. They got out when I started to put him in handcuffs. He was getting all mad and stuff because he got He come up, he hit me in the head and actually knocked me out.
I gotta take a piss.
Okay, so you're saying, can you identify the man that knocked you out in this courtroom?
Yes, he's right over there.
Is that
Where's
the
your old
man?
pepper?
Which man?
The one on the right.
Okay. Was this man holding a weapon when he went to assault you?
Negative.
No weapon at all?
No.
Close case with your.
Okay, so
Yeah.
was this just with fist?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Trooper, you're down. Go ahead and take your seat. Take a seat. Does the state have any more witnesses on the suspect?
I was on scene as well.
Okay, Sheriff, go ahead and come to the stand and present your case.
This murder one, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't. This
I
is.
can't wait to be on fucking ripping a new
Alright.
one.
I can't wait
So,
to have them go to jail for lying in
I
court.
received a call requesting additional 32s to a traffic stop on the motorcycle. When I arrived on scene, there was 3 suspects, both of these gentlemen plus one other. When I arrived on scene, they were trying to detain these suspects. They had just gotten them off their motorcycles. During the rustle of the suspect assaulting the officer and all the other things going on, the third suspect, which for some reason was released to leave the scene, decided to stay on scene and snuck around my cruiser and actually ended up stabbing me in the neck.
Okay, so it was neither one of these fellows, correct?
That stabbed me, no.
So
These were the
assault and
gentlemen that were
murder
involved
gone.
with the rustle with the
Yeah,
police
I'm gonna
officer.
fucking rip a new one. Oh, I'm gonna be a
Yeah, but
biggest
there's
dickhead.
lying right here.
Can
Yeah.
you identify the one that was mainly in the rustle with the police officer in this courtroom?
Yes, sir. It would be the one on the right.
Identify him. What is he wearing?
He has the white hair, the dark blue jean jacket.
Okay, Sheriff, go ahead and take a seat. Okay, State, any more witnesses? Any more evidence that I need to see?
Yeah, I got a piece for you.
I was also on scene.
Okay. Go ahead and let me see that evidence. Okay, so this was a
Alright.
knife.
Yeah, I was not at the scene. I came in as backup here at the station to handle the suspects. They did ask me to do a thorough search of the suspects. The one on the left there with the black hair, he had nothing to be found on him. But the one on the right did actually hand over the knife, free and willing. Up front. We did wipe it for prints. It did come back with only his prints on the knife. So no one else has
Okay,
handled the
no-
blade unless it got washed somewhere.
No other DNA?
Nope, nobody else was on
Where
that
the hell are you
except for
gonna
him.
wash it? You got tased.
And the one, as I said before, with the prints on it would be the one
Yeah.
with gray hair.
It would
white
have my
hair,
prints on it,
with
it's my
the,
my
blue
knife.
denim jacket.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I know, right?
because we're gonna run over to the lake
Go
real
ahead,
quick,
take a
wash
seat,
it
Sheriff.
off.
Sure.
State, Trooper, go ahead and, take the stand.
Holy God, you got a lot of guys after you, bud.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be a big old asshole.
You may present your case.
Yes, sir. So I was setting up radar and I heard the call through the radio of Code 5 down in Joshua. So I responded. I went out there and saw officer back there in the back. He was on the ground, severely injured, and officer here was the only one in sight. So I went ahead and assisted officer with the injured officer back there, performed CPR on him and everything while he tended to the suspect. The suspect was in handcuffs, the one with the white hair, blue jean jacket, when I arrived, and he was then escorted to my cruiser, was read his rights, and I proceeded to escort him to the station.
Okay, Trooper, you go ahead and take a seat. Okay, either one of you units go ahead and get Mr. Winston out of his cuffs so he can take the stand.
Here we fucking go, boy. Here we fucking go.
I got your back, bud.
Escort him over here.
Alright, sir, follow me.
Alright, Mr. Winston, you may proceed with your case.
Alright, holy shit. Where do I begin? Okay, first of all, I didn't get searched, so got read my rights, didn't get searched. A little poor police work there. Second of all, as I was cuffed, at this point, by the way, I was never armed. It was just fists. I did assault officer, that is correct. Got a little bit out of hand. Scuffle broke loose. I punched officer, sucker punched him. That's all true. That happened. At that point, I got tased. I'm unarmed at this point. I have no weapons or anything. I got handcuffed and stuff. The officer down here proceeded to move me, and he pistol whipped me. That is on camera at the police cruisers, unless you guys somehow turned those off. Regardless if I punched him or not, at that point, I am unarmed. I am no threat. I am in his custody, in his protection, and in his, so to speak, belonging. And at that point, he pistol whipped me in the back of my head. I had a helmet on. The helmet fell off. It was with that force. Second of all, Judge, I don't know if you were here earlier, but fuck me, these officers accused me and clearly had decided already prior to a case that I was guilty. They were unprofessional. They were accusing me without any evidence or proper, check of the what happened, the crime scene. They were just coming in, people that weren't even there, accusing me of something I did. Is pretty unprofessional. And then I got searched the cells, gave the officer my switchblade that I did have on me, wasn't used in the case, but like I said, the evidence it's just been tampered with. They were trying to frame me. It was very piss poor case there. You could check their fucking body cams because they all very go happy about those.
Okay,
that
Mr. Winston, I'm gonna have to ask you not to cuss in court, sir.
My apologies, sir. This is God's house. You're right. I'll refrain from using foul language. They were very poor with the evidence handling, with the accusations. There was no proven innocent. Until guilty. I was just guilty right out of the bat. Just as
Mr. Winston, were you in cuffs when you were put into the holding cell and in back of the vehicle in transport?
Yes, I was in cuffs.
Okay, sir. So I want to advise you that you were in cuffs under an officer's care. If you were code 5, they are allowed to hold you that way until they get you to a safe environment and search you, sir.
I haven't disagreed with that. I mean, I'm just saying, if I had a knife on me and I was stabbing somebody, wouldn't they search me and take the knife off me? That was my point. Because apparently I was already the guy who stabbed the police officer as I came in here by these, I don't know, brickies, or I don't know what fucking rank they are, who accused me. But if you're just saying correct, then why was I already guilty and accused of doing it? If I had a knife and I was stabbing people, wouldn't that be the first thing you guys would take off me and detain me?
Yes, sir.
So
if they found the knife on you on scene, that should have been the first thing they took off of you. But if you were code 5 and they had you under control, then that would be the last thing that they'd be worried about at that certain moment. Things get very, very hectic out on these streets. Sandy is a very, very dangerous place.
Yeah,
think
I
we
know.
all know that.
That's why I have a switchblade for self protection if anything happens, and it was not used.
Okay, sir. Sheriff, go ahead and escort Mr. Winston back to his seat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, also, I forgot. My friend over there, he was on the scene as well, and he was across the street, and he witnessed it all as well. So if you need another side
Okay,
from
are
mine.
you calling? Okay, we'll get to that in a minute, Mr. Winston.
Oh God! Oh, there we go. This chair's a little slippery here.
Yeah, they wax these floors a lot.
I might just have
Plus,
to
it's brand new. It's very
stand
slippery.
here. Jesus. What the?
Yeah, you can just stand there.
Yeah,
sir.
I think I'll
That's
just
fine.
stand here if that's
you don't
okay
have
with
to
you,
sit.
Judge. I'm having some real issues
Yeah, that's
here.
fine.
I'm just gonna walk around here. And,
Okay, Mr. Winston, you said you have a witness.
yeah, my buddy over here.
Yeah, me.
Okay, can I get a unit to escort him up here to take the stand? Okay, Mr. King, did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, you may proceed with the case.
So, I mean, we were all kind of riding. It was the three of us. I mean, we did kind of run. The other guy did stay back, but we did come back. He was on the Bluetooth and told us to come back. Like, the cop wasn't mad. He just wanted us to come back. We proceeded to come back. We stopped. Our buddy, the third guy that is still in the cell, was on his bike. Your cop that's retarded and walking into the wall told me and Mr. Winston to get off our bikes. We asked why. He proceeded to yell at us. We did get off the bikes. I do remember a small scuffle between my buddy and your officer, but then he did get tased. I believe somebody pulled out a switch knife or a switchblade and did stab the officer. And I walked back with my hands up, and I kept saying it. And as your officer became conscious again, came straight to me and told me to put my hands up, which they already were, and proceeded to yell at me that I pulled the blade out on him. And now you guys are falsely accusing Mr. Winston of trying to assault him. So, and then, I mean, I think I caught everything up to his story, so.
Okay, Mr. King, you're free to take a seat
Thank you.
if that's all you have.
Yes.
You should probably just go ahead and stand at this point.
Yeah, yep, playing on it.
Okay, state, I'm gonna ask this once and once only. Do you have any kind of body cam or video footage from the vehicles or your persons that I would need to see? And also, Mr. Winston, is there any footage that I would need to see?
I don't. I mean, my bike had a GoPro running and everything like that, so I can, get that, retrieve it, and you can see the. I presume who did what.
Okay.
Because I think the scuffle happened in front of the bikes, and I mean it was the bikes behind the bikes were a police cruiser, so I mean that would surely have a dash cam as well, of what happened.
Okay, so what I'm getting at now is if your bike had a GoPro on it, I'm pretty sure they were impounded and the evidence was taken off of it. Can I get a unit to go into lockup and grab that footage for me? And also, if any of the units on scene would like to give me their body cam footage, that would be great.
Alright, I'll go get the footage since I wasn't on scene from the bike.
Thank you. I'm guessing it was just you two, you, Mr. Winston, got into a scuffle with the sheriff. If I'm getting that right.
Yep,
Okay,
it was just
and-
me who got in a scuffle with him.
Okay. And the third member was the one with the knife that conspiracy of attempted murder.
I don't want to. If the bike camera shows that, then that's what happened.
And would you guys say that your buddy, you guys really close? You guys hang out a lot?
We
mean, I
started a
kinda just
bike
met him.
not clan. I don't know. I guess a meet or something, and he's joined us for a few times, but we don't know him personally. We know him as a member, I guess.
Just a rider.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we don't know him as in internally or anything.
Alright, there's the
So
two
you
cameras
guys-
that are still on the bikes. I'm gonna take my stand.
Okay. Go ahead and take a seat, Sheriff. Uh, so you guys did not know him very well.
No,
No.
we knew like his name and what bike and what he worked as, but nothing personal
How
life.
did you guys
Other than
meet
that,
the,
like a personal life, no.
how did you guys meet the third suspect?
We had an ad out on
Bike meet?
Facebook, for the bike meet.
Okay, and he just
That
rolled
that
up,
wasn't no
and
that
you
wasn't our
guys did not
first
know
no
him?
that wasn't our first meet. This was our
Yeah,
second
was-
time. He was at the first one, and this was our second time, and he showed up at the meet as well. So we were acquaintances with him, I guess, but not like we didn't have his number or anything.
Okay, so you could, that would be you. So you would not call him a very close friend. You would call him an acquaintance. I got it. Okay, Mr. Opie, Winston, I will be charging you with assault on an officer, contempt in court because of the cussing, and I will be
Oh, wow.
putting you on probation
No.
with a suspended license to and from work only.
You don't work.
Fuck.
I guess you'll work with me.
And you will be found guilty of these charges, but you will be found not guilty of conspiracy to attempted murder
Hell yeah, I'm a free
or
man.
murder on the third degree. I'm sorry, I read that
Nice
wrong.
job, bud.
Thank you.
won.
We won. Fuck the state.
I think I'm still next.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
get a, unless Mr. King is Mr. Winston witness to your case?
Wait, did you ask me if he's a witness to my case? Yes, he is.
Yes, sir. Okay. We're gonna keep him here. That case is dismissed. Okay,
My turn.
state. Can I go ahead and get any witnesses in the King versus State case?
No. What are you getting charged for?
No witnesses at all.
Wait, what are you getting charged for? I'm so confused.
I don't know. That's why I...
Okay, I guess the state has nothing for you, Mr. King. Can I get a unit to escort Mr. King up to the stand, please?
Damn.
What
Oh,
is your-
this easy.
What is your charge? I forgot.
I don't know. I'm gonna go up there and be like, I seriously don't know what I'm being
Walk in
charged
front of
for.
me, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, because he didn't even say it to me. So,
Okay, Mr. King.
this is
You're
terrible.
being charged with
Oh,
conspiracy
here it is.
of assault on an officer. And I think that's the only charge we have on you at this time. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay. You may proceed with your case, sir.
I mean, it sums up to almost where ended with my hands being up. Your officer over there in the all blue and black vest proceeded to me coming up. I did have my hands up. I did repeat it multiple times, and he aggressively came up to me. He was yelling at me to get to his vehicle. I was trying to tell him that there was no weapons on me. I was trying to get to his vehicle. He was still yelling at me. Then he proceeded to get a little physical. So I did push back. I mean, he was physically trying to, I guess, kind kind of grabbed me. I did take off, and somebody hit me in the back of the head. And I woke up with SWAT team and all kinds of people around me. And that's, I guess, my case.
Okay, Mr. King, you may take a seat. Okay, Mr. King, what I got out of it was you were just pretty much a bystander of the whole thing, even though you were with the whole group.
Yes, sir.
It does not seem like you were getting very physical with any of the officers. You were being very, very compliant. Am I getting this story correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Any of the officers have any input on that?
Wait, didn't you
Any
technically
officer on scene?
didn't you knock him out a second time?
No,
Okay. All right, Mr. King, conspiracy. I'm gonna be finding you not guilty of conspiracy of attempted
That's some
assault on an
bullshit.
officer.
You lucky bastard.
You will not be charged with anything.
You
This court
son
costs.
of a bitch.
And as for you, Mr. Winston, I did not. I apologize for previously saying that case was closed without reading you your sentence. You will be sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Oh!
What?
With
See you in
3
10
years
years,
probation,
buddy, when you got a beard and-
5 years with good behavior. What else do we got here?
10 years.
Should I
And
ask him what
license
bail
is
is?
suspended to and from work only for 2 years.
Do you have bail? Should I ask?
I don't know
Case
if that was
closed.
bail.
Court dismissed.
That should be bail. You should have bail, right?
Mr.
I
King, you're free to
think
go.
Maybe.
Thank you. Judge, could I talk to you? Or, it's okay. No, is there a bailout on Mr. Winston? Or,
No, sir. Since he assaulted an officer is a very serious charge. He will
okay,
not be.
I didn't know if there was maybe a bail or something that.
Well,
No,
see,
sir.
see
You're
you
more
in 10
welcome
years.
to visit him at the penitentiary.
Yeah, come
Penitentiary.
visit me, man.
Okay. Can
It's on.
Can I give him a hug before I leave?
Yes, sir. I need a unit to put that man in cuffs,
Bye, buddy.
Mr. Winston.
Bye-bye, man.
I'll
See
take
you in
care of
10 years, man.
See you in 10 years. Be good, and you'll be out in 5.
I'm always good.
Am I free to leave?
I'm always good.
Yes, sir. You're free to go.
Bye, OP.
Bye, buddy.
See you later, officers. Have a good day.
Can't believe you worked scot-free.
Why do I got handcuffs on me again?
This system's crooked.
Uh,
Kind of feel like it's a little steep. 10 years. I wonder what it is on assault on officer. 10 years? Would it be 10 years? I might have to do some research on my iPad at jail. I like jail anyway. I'll be able to meet my friends, get some more face tattoos. I'll be able to play some foosball and stuff. It's gonna be fine. I'll see you guys in 10 years. You know, no problem, no problem. It's gonna be great. There's a guy sleeping there, which is nice. He's knocked the fuck out.
You wanna unlock that door for me?
That's very, very nice.
Already done, buddy.
10 years in here. Hey man, I'll see you in 10 years when I'm old and wrinkly, man.
see you, bud.
I'll get some more face tattoos and I'll get a rad beard and then I'll have loads of prison buddies and we can do loads of fucked up shit. We'll
bud.
sell-
I'll come get you. I'll come get you, bud. When
yeah,
you get
man,
out.
come visit me, man. I'll be all lonely. And
All right, buddy.
I'll see you in 10 years, man.
Well, you have a good day, officer.
Take it easy. Bring me some chick pictures or something, you know, because there's a lot of dudes here.
You want some like pornos or something?
Yeah, man, just smuggle something in, just a little something.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'll make sure. I think
Okay, buddy,
I think
we're
somebody's
gonna
in
be
there.
here
I
in a
know.
couple minutes to come pick
I'll
you
tell
up.
him.
All right, man. I'm getting transported, man. I'm gonna get transported to the big old penitentiary, man. I'm in jail, man. I'm in jail. For 1,000 seconds.
that 10 years?
I think that's like 10 minutes. It's like a minute per year, I think. No, wait. I don't know. How much it's... 15, 10 minutes, something like that.
Holy shit.
That was pretty cool. That was different.